How would you like to learn how to generate free buyer's leads on autopilot? Although many agents immediately try to go for listings, there are a lot of buyers who would actually love to work with a knowledgeable realtor. And the best part is you can possibly get a listing from the same person and ultimately make it a 2-for-1 deal. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, my name is Lillian. If you are new to my channel, welcome to the family. Every week I hop on here and drop multiple videos about real estate and marketing. And if any of that interests you, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, we all know that listings are leverage. We've heard that phrase time and time again from successful agents all over. However, let's not forget that buyers need to be taken care of as well. And there's still a lot of money to be made working with buyers. Yes, it can be more time consuming upfront. However, deals are still deals. And it's really not a smart idea to only work with one set of clients, especially if you're an agent, a new agent that's trying to grow their business. Now, a lot of agents tend to underestimate the power of working with buyers because ultimately buyers can turn into sellers over time, or they may even have a house that they're currently looking to sell before they buy another house. So by using these strategies that I'm going to tell you today, there's a chance you can get listings from buyers before a listing agent gets to it. And also, there is a lot of opportunity to come from referrals from buyers who may refer you to people who also need to sell. So again, it's important to not overlook working with buyers as a real estate agent, because if you work the leads right, you can maximize the deals that you get from them. And you may or may not have heard of some of these strategies that I'm going to talk about today. There's really no magic pill when it comes to generating leads. At the end of the day, you still have to find a way to get in front of more people as many times as possible. But make sure you stay to the end, because I'm going to give you guys 2 of my most favorite and free strategies that has helped me generate leads on autopilot almost every day. So let's get into it. Now, the first way to generate buyer's leads is the tried and true method of contacting your sphere of influence and networking with professionals. Once you become a real estate agent, the first thing that people tell you to do is reach out to your sphere of influence. And although a lot of agents don't do this, it is proven to be the fastest way to get leads and close a deal. Me being at the tender age of 28 years old, I have so many millennial friends who are currently purchasing houses or have already purchased a house in this market. And nowadays, it seems like there are more and more younger professionals getting involved in the real estate space as agents. So if you haven't heard it enough from other realtors in the game, this is your sign to reach out to your sphere of influence and help those people buy houses. They already know, like, and trust you, and once you can show them that you are knowledgeable in this field, then they'll really believe that you can help them close on a home. To add to that, networking with professionals who can refer you business is huge. One of the best type of professions that you can most likely get deals from is a divorce lawyer. Divorce lawyers are valuable to real estate agents because in this scenario, 2 people are in the process of separating and most likely liquidating the house that they bought together, and now both of them need places to stay. So that's almost 3 opportunities for you in one. Now, the next strategy in order to generate buyer's leads for free is to use Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. They are very similar platforms where most people post random things to sell, including real estate. Now, this is something I've personally not used to generate buyer's leads as an agent, but I do know that it works. I actually used this strategy when I was wholesaling real estate actively. I would post my deals on there and I would get an influx of real estate investors looking to buy. I know an agent who actually uses Craigslist to get most of her retail buyers effortlessly. So again, I know it works. The strategy is one that I think a lot of real estate agents do not take advantage of, including myself, for whatever reason. So again, I know it works. Now, this next strategy is one that I think a lot of real estate agents do not take advantage of for whatever reason, and that is to teach classes. Educate your consumers on how to become homeowners. They appreciate the knowledge. A big portion of being a real estate agent is educating your clients, and in most cases, you are doing that on a one-on-one basis anyway. However, think about the possibilities of being able to educate multiple clients at the same time by teaching classes. Teaching classes is such a great strategy because you can reach so many people at one time. And people need the education. A lot of times people want the information spoon-fed to them. So why not just package the information that you know in a digestible format and provide that value to who may be your future clients. This can be in-person home buying classes, meetups, or webinars that could be online. This is a strategy that I'm also going to collaborate with other real estate agents to do, because the amount of people that we can potentially reach is really, really exciting. So for example, as a real estate agent, if this is a strategy that you wanted to implement by yourself, or you wanted to team up with someone in your brokerage or with a mortgage lender, then you could teach classes on how to buy a home, how to clean up your credit, how to apply for a mortgage, and topics like that. These are topics that will attract people who are looking to buy, most likely within the next 6 months. And instead of doing this on a one-on-one basis, after teaching a class like a home buying seminar, you might get 5 to 10 people who are ready to go and start their home buying journey. And quick pause here, guys. If you're getting value from this video, make sure you go ahead and like it and subscribe to the channel. Now, another strategy to generate buyer's leads is to leverage Facebook groups and go live on Facebook. Now, you guys know I'm all about social media and putting out videos there to attract your ideal audience. So by hopping in some of these groups, some of these local groups on Facebook, you can actually begin to be the local authority by answering people's questions in those groups. This is simply another way of providing value to other people in which they will turn around and be attracted to you and your services. Now, anytime you're educating people and they start to trust in what you're saying, they are more likely to be interested in what you have to say and in working with you. So you can actually join a lot of these local groups like buy and sell groups, any neighborhood specific groups to your area, and you can just get involved in these local community groups and just pay attention to questions that people are asking, which may or may not relate directly to real estate, but it's okay if it doesn't relate to real estate. You're there to provide value and get people's attention. That's the first step in gaining any leads, is to gain attention. Now, when it comes to Facebook Lives, this is another way to educate your audience or group of people as opposed to a one-on-one basis. So what you want to do is treat your Facebook Live as if it's your own TV show, because technically it is. If you go live every week, people will start to tune in because of your consistency, and they will see that you are actively involved in your real estate business as an agent. Now, I do this with Instagram Live every week. I've been going live every week on Fridays, and I've been getting a lot of traction from that. Surprisingly, from people who hop on and hop right off the live. Some people may be on there for 5 minutes and send me an email or send me a DM. It's crazy, but don't underestimate the power of showing your face and showing people that you are a real person and that you are knowledgeable about real estate and what you can do to help them. Now, the next free strategy is to get referrals from your former clients. If you're not taking advantage of trying to get referrals from your former clients, then you're really missing out on a lot of business. Real estate is a heavily referral-based business like a lot of other businesses, and if you perform great service for one client, then you are highly likely to get referred to others, and of course without any extra work or money on your end. Now, obviously this strategy is well known, but there are still a lot of agents who will close on a deal with the client, provide great service, and not ask for a referral. Now, I've done this myself, but I've made sure to go back and ask my clients if there's anyone else that they know that I can help who's looking to buy a house. Because the number one way to get business is to ask. If you don't ask, you will never know if there is someone else that you can help. In most cases, people won't just come out and just say, hey, somebody else I know is looking to buy a house. Sometimes they will, but if you don't ask, you won't prompt them to think about who they have in their circle who might be looking to buy. Now, these last two strategies are my favorite strategies of all time because they are free, of course, but they are also fun at the same time. Social media is one of the best ways to generate leads for free on autopilot, guys. Now, I'm not going to dive too deep into this because I've talked a whole lot about this on previous videos, which I will link in the description below. But what I will say is that posting consistently on my Instagram and TikTok pages and YouTube has dramatically increased my lead flow of buyers in my business. When I was posting 2 times a day, I was getting about 1 to 2 leads per day, meaning that I would have 1 to 2 people sliding in my DMs telling me that they were looking to buy a house. Now, of course, from that moment on, I would get their phone number and schedule buyer consultation calls with them. So consistency is the name of the game, and I know it's hard because even sometimes I fail at it. Sometimes I might miss a post for a day, but I'm telling you the best way to do it is to post consistently at least 1 to 2 times per day. That's where you're gonna see the most results. And my last and favorite method to generate buyers leads on autopilot, I briefly mentioned it before, but it's posting on YouTube. YouTube is such a powerhouse for information because we all use it to learn something on a daily basis. And the reason why YouTube is such a great platform is because it is a search engine, meaning that people have to specifically type in what they're looking for in the search bar. So these are very targeted results that you are getting from utilizing YouTube. Again, I'm not gonna dive too deep into it because I've made other videos that detail the process more and the reasoning behind it, so I will link those videos down below. But I love YouTube because you can create evergreen content, which is content that will be valuable for years to come, and you can have that content working for you day in and day out to bring you leads. The fact that your content will be available to your audience forever is so impactful, and this is how I've been able to generate many buyers leads so far using a combination of social media and YouTube, and I've gotten a ton of leads, guys. If you want more information about how you can generate leads on autopilot, using YouTube specifically as a real estate agent, then make sure you go ahead and grab my ebook. There's a ton of valuable information on there that will help you get started right away to grow your business online. And I've created a free Facebook group called the Real Estate Agent Social Media Mastermind. I will also link that description down below. If you're a serious real estate agent who's looking to grow your business, then make sure you go ahead and join the Facebook group and grab my ebook. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Now, I hope that video was helpful to you. If it was, please go ahead and like it, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And until the next time, guys, stay safe and stay blessed.